Hello? Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another CreamCatCorner stream. So, today we are continuing on with our playthrough of Kingdom Two Crowns. And this is my first time playing this game, so bear with me if I am a little bit bad on this game, okay? I literally don't know what to do and how it differs. It is completely different compared to Kingdom Classic and Kingdom New Lands in that they introduce new mechanics in this game. So I really don't know what to do in this game. Okay, but I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try my best to to do something in this game. So let me think. So the last time we played this game, we managed to go to the first and second island, and now we are on the first island, if I'm not mistaken. Let me just check. Much easier that way. Okay. Yeah, we are on the first island. I still don't know what I am looking for? Question mark. I know there's an archer, there's a griffin, but so far I didn't see any of those in the island. And also somehow the what is it called again? The island somehow, oh my god, is the days are continuous compared to previous game where the days reset every time you go to a new island. You know what? I'm gonna still not entirely sure what to do here, but okay, I think I know what is my first plan of action. I need to destroy the portals on the right side. Let's just clear up this first island and then we'll proceed on with the first island. Sorry, not the first island, the second island I meant. Okay, I forgot. Did we pass the boat? We did. Interesting. Merchant? Do I need more bowman? Archer. This is the ballista. now I am remembering the game. Okay. My horse is quite weak. Low stamina. What happened here? Why is there so many of you in one place? Hello? Okay, so there's that. Not sure what is the benefit of me destroying that bottle. Is there any specific goals here? And I never tried destroying the bottles too, so the big one, I mean. So I mean, why not? Why not try? Okay, and then we got one more night. Okay, now that's done. Just have to wait for a bit. Oh man, the monsters are very aggressive. Okay, let's stand in the nights. How many nights do we have? Oh my god. I never noticed just how many of them we have. We have one, two, three, four. Four nights. Mobilize right now. Okay, okay. Okay, I need to remember to activate my special moves here. Okay, everyone, be protected. You are protected. Interesting. Hello? Oh, I remember that. I guess that's it. Well, I'm confused. I really am. Also, I thought that we have one of those um person that can convert our farmland into stable, but I don't see that person anywhere. We were attacked last time. Oh, there you are. Okay. Yeah, I'm guessing I just convert this. Why not? Whoa, okay, you guys have a lot of money, so I'm gonna give some money to the bank. Okay, you need to come with me. Hello? A ghost? Hello. Stand here. Ah. The game tries to tell me about this so many times. And then what? And that's all for this island. There's not much things to do. Let's get our gems back. Ooh. Hello? Oh. Oh. Okay. They voluntarily go to this table. Okay. I did not know that. So that makes things much easier then. Interesting. Speaking of recruits, I were to destroy all the trees here, Will the housing complex survive? I still don't know what is the function of that, to be honest. And at this point, I'm a little bit scared to ask. Oh no, Blood Moon Knight. I'm not even gonna attempt to read that number. I am notoriously bad at reading Roman numerals. What the Hello? Who are you? Okay, so all I need to do in this island is just build a stable. What the hell? Oh my god, yes. Yes, queen. And it is quick too. And it doesn't eat grass, yes. Okay, let's test ride this baby. So far, it is very quick. No. Okay. Yes, I love the griffin. All I need to do was do that. I am such an idiot. Whatever. Um, I think yeah, I think that's it for me today. Sorry, not today, on this island. Let's bring you us. Hey. And it doesn't take a long time to eat the grass. Man, they really improve on the game. Above and beyond. Wait. Miss? Let's see how far it can take. How long? and it lasts in a single run. Okay, actually, very far and very quick too. And you can eat in the forest? Hello? Okay, the griffin might be a good option here. So let's just leave then. Oh my god, no! I should have ring the bell. No! I'm such an idiot. I'm such an idiot. What the f- I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I failed you. I forgot. You need to ring the bell. Wait, why is the ship there? Hello? Am I missing something? That is not where the ship was supposed to be, right? Interesting. You know what? Come on, Grandma? I'm not even sure. He doesn't look that old. Okay, this is the... Oh, so you need a builder to push. Okay, this one. I don't know what is the function of this. I think we already unlock it. Oh no, we are such an idiot. Okay, let's get this and this. Man, I feel such an idiot right now. Hello, Santa. Hello, hello. How have you been? I finally unlocked the Griffin, and it is as good as I remembered. Sorry, sorry. As I imagined, yes. Not remembered. This is my first time seeing the griffin. I'm so glad I finally got to ride the griffin. What happened? Why does it take so long for the boat to reach the wharf? Hello? Are you guys stuck? You all right? You got the keys to your new apartment tomorrow. Well, congratulations, Santa. Congrats on the new place. Griffin looks cool. It runs faster. It can eat anywhere. And it does this as its special move. I don't even know what it does. Does look cool. That much I know. Maybe I should do that in front of the enemy. And sometimes the music in this game is quite loud. But I'm not complaining much. Except for it being loud. Maybe I should reduce the music to 8. Yeah, that sounds good. Oh my god, the poor deer. Eat the rabbit. Interesting. I also don't know how it works. Do I need to unlock this? I think I do. Whatever. Now it's forever unlocked, so I don't have to worry that much. Okay, so there's still an active portal on the right side. I still don't know where to find gemstone. There should be something somewhere, but I don't know where. Man, I feel such an idiot leaving my troop behind on the previous island. But that's okay, I guess. We just need to take things step by step. We should be fine. Hopefully, we should be fine. Man, the Griffin is such an upgrade to the previous Warhorse. Okay, now I just need to find some running water. And there's none in this area. Interesting. There's this. Okay, which one should I go? There's only one way we need to go, which is on the right side. Hmm. Trying to think of a strategy here. I could send one of my knights already, that is on the right side, to go and attack. Oh, so it only needs to be activated once. Okay, that's neat. That's very cool. Okay, let me try. Oh, oh, okay. So it pushes the gridling back. Uh-huh. So it is a defensive mount, which I like. But we can only do it twice before my griffin getting tired. Interesting. Oh god, no! No! Nice. I'm helping! Nice. Okay. Let me just do something. By that, I mean hire these two people that is on the camp here. Is it two people? Only one? Okay, so there is another one. Okay. Okay, okay, okay. Oh my god, there's only two of you? Oh, oh. Well, I guess I just have to live with that decision now. Okay, whatever. Let's just hope that that is doable with only two archers. Hmm. can try do this, but not right now then. It temporarily stuns. Oh snap, oh snap, what happened? Oh my god, are you kidding me? Okay. Hmm. We lost a troop, and now we need to recover back what was lost. Okay, okay. I guess I was being too ambitious. Ambitious. That's a weird word. Man, there's really not much I can do here. I wanted to try and destroy the remaining small portal, but I don't think I'm gonna able to do it. I have an idea. Let's go to the place of tragedy. You know what? Go first. Okay, and you. I think there's another one. Wait, does it take... Oh my god, it does. It does. God, okay. What is this? I never noticed this before. That's the ballista. Sorry, not ballista. Catapult. What about this? Hello? I I I I I I I don't actually know. You know what? Yeah, the best course of action is to just go to the next island. Wait, is this a structure? Oh, it's a wall. Wait, whoa, okay. My coin reservoir is low. Interesting. What the what? What happened? I turned my back for 1 second and this happened? Fucking take the money. What is going on with me? Why am I so aggressive lately? You know what? Yeah, let's ignore everything. We got 4 arches, right? Cream Hulk corner. I really don't know what's going on with me. Man, when I was playing Hades yesterday, I was so aggro. Man, stress has been building up. I was supposed to be relaxing on this stream. Okay, relax, relax. Just a game. Man, I really need to go away from this island. I am so underprepared. Okay, let's just go. I don't want to risk it. We don't even have builders? Hello? Interesting. We really don't have any builders, huh? I am so screwed. I am so screwed. I can only delay the inevitable. Come on, come on. You can do this. No? Oh god. Oh god. No, 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 no. Are you kidding me? Again? I am so screwed. You better go and look the other way. Come on. Oops. I um I don't even have enough money. Hello? I still don't understand what is the function of this. Don't have any arches on the right side. I made some bad decisions there, but that's okay, I guess. We should be able to survive. Keyword here is should. I don't think I'm gonna survive. Okay, good. While we are at it, let's fully upgrade the wall. Interesting. Now you're selling the here, whereas before it was the catapult machine. Interesting. Man, okay, you need to come with me. I don't trust. Just keep them at bay for a few moments. No. What are you doing? Ah, I'm so pissed about that. Where are you running into? What? Honestly though, where are you running? Oh, so they drop. Okay, I get it. and I'm wasting time trying to repair the damage that I've been doing on this island. Every passing day, just me reliving all the mistake that I've done. Okay, now it shows the catapult shop. Shop. Interesting. Do I want to go with this many troop onto the next island? You know what? Yeah, I think I do. Let's just go. Oh my god. I can't stand. I can't stand looking at this island. Still don't understand what is the function of. You see how on the left hand corner you have gemstone or diamond symbol and portals? Yeah, I don't understand that. Oh, I think it shows how many portals are left, and on the second island there is one more mini portal that I didn't try. I get it. I get it. But now oof, okay, let's go and take this island, the third island. Man, the griffin is so cool looking. Hello? It's winter again. Interesting. What does it do again? What is this? Wall? Huh, interesting. Why does it ask me to do that? Whoops. I actually don't remember what's going on this island. There's a war horse. There's one portal. Two portal that we've destroyed. How many are there? Okay, so there's a remaining of two more. Two more on this island. Okay, and everything on the right side has been eradicated, so that's nice. Man, this music reminds me of Oberdin. Man, Oberdin was such a good game. I've never played it, but I've watched gameplay of it. I watched other people stream it, and it was so good. Hello, Mipsies. Hello, hello. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for the raid. What were you streaming? Thank you for the raid. You were also playing Kingdoms. I see. Is it Kingdom Two Crowns or is it New Land? Thank you for the raid. I hope you are doing much better at the game. Yeah, Two Crowns. Okay. On the previous island, I was so aggravated by the game, by my bad decision, to be honest. Okay. How is everyone doing? Have you played other Kingdom games? Mipsies. Yeah, that's fair. It's super tricky. It's just me and my bad decisions. I mean, to be honest, compared to the previous two game, Kingdom Two Crowns is much more um elaborated, I have to say. There's so many things that need to be done, and there's also a lot of underlying mechanic that you need to understand. Whereas in the previous two game, you just go. So many hours in this game. I see. I've played a lot of Kingdom New Lands, and this is actually my first time playing Kingdom Two Crowns. One thing you never got used to is the griffin falling on the first island. I actually never see how it works, the griffin. How it falls from the sky. Is that what happened? For me, I just built a stable and lo and behold, it just appeared one day. It crashes and scares you every single time. Interesting. I've never seen that happen. Again, there's so many things happening in this game that I have no clue what happened. How am I lacking this one compared to the others? So far, um, it's quite hands-on, I have to say. It's not it's not my favorite per se so far, but then again, this is only my second time streaming or playing this game, so there's a lot of things that I didn't know about. But my favorite so far has been Kingdom New Land. Thank you for the follow too, Mipsies. I were to compare this game with Kingdom New Land, it was Kingdom New Land is something that very dear to me because that is the first Kingdom game I've played. Yeah, that's the first Kingdom game I've ever played, and then I fell in love with the series and then started to play Kingdom Classic and then New Land and now Two Crowns. I hope that by understanding the game, I have much better um, understanding and love for the game. The classic is super challenging once you get a certain point. Yes, it is basically a non-stop version of the game, which I'm glad that they removed that. Otherwise, the game would be such an anxiety-filled game. Have I played the Newgrounds version? There's a Newgrounds version? Hello? I didn't know about that. Yeah, please do share with us, Santa. I've never knew about the Newgrounds version. The first one, it started as a free Flash game. Oh, okay. I didn't know much about the history of the game. I definitely have to look into it then. That's interesting, to be honest. Even with all this time, there's still something new about this game that I didn't know about. Hey, do I want more archers? Of course I do. The one thing I have to give this game a lot of credit is that its music is much more soothing or dynamic, I have to say, compared to the second game. I think the second game is very much I'm not saying it's boring, but it doesn't um, attract attention much. So much so that I think I've fallen asleep, micro sleep on stream before because the music was so calming, but not in this game. This game has a lot of dynamics in it, so it really makes you alert. Do this. Oh no. Yeah, I think that was earlier when I was starting streaming. The music has been very calming and soothing, so much so that I had a micro sleep. You're not sure if it still exists after Adobe Flash Player was put down, but it had troll faces instead of greed attacking your kingdom. Okay, that is like I'm guessing that is like 2010s. Yeah, interesting. I never knew about that. But then again, a lot of people put out Flash game back then. I think Hollow Knight also started as a Flash game. The Hungry Hungry Knight, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm I'm interested to check it out. Okay, let me put into my oh god into my notes. Let me see. Do you Santa? Does it have a specific name for it or anything, something like that? Have I played Hollow Knight? I did. I did complete the game in on stream too. I mean, I've played it before, but I was so bad at the game that I had to ask my friend to complete it for me. But after a few years, I've decided to stream that on stream and finish it from start to finish. At least at least until the absolute sorry, not absolute radiance. The normal radiance. I didn't go into the God Home DLC, which is far too difficult for me to finish. It's your first playthrough, uh-huh. Well, there's a lot of mechanical skill you need to have in that game. Man, I used to struggle so much in that game. There's also in one area that I got stuck so much, I get attacked all the time, I died so many times, I decided to reach quit that game. But then my friend showed me a neat trick on how to complete the game, so I decided to let him play the game. I'm I'm always impressed at how people can speedrun that game. And not just the base game too, the whole thing, 112%. And by that, all of its content was speedrun. I think I'm not sure about the current world record for it, but I think it is somewhere around four hours. I might be wrong about that, but yeah, the whole content of that game for under 5 hours is completely bonkers to me. How can people route it? Is beyond me. That's what you said too. Speedrunners must have played it so much to be able to do that. Yes, the way they did certain tricks in that game, I can only imagine doing that. I've tried doing it on stream and I feel it so much. But yeah, there is a lot of people have been saying that sometimes it does help to take a little bit of a break from the game if you are struggling so much, which I did, because yeah, afterwards, after I taken pick up the game back again, it was like my muscle memory kick in, and somehow I managed to defeat the game. Even the place where I used to struggle a lot in the past, I simply made it through without a hitch. So yeah, just take your time. Man, to those that are looking forward to Hollow Knight Silk Song, I feel bad for them. I feel bad for me because I'm also one of them. I am looking forward to Silk Song whenever it came out. But so far, it's been quite a while since they were announced and any update, to be honest. You're gonna lurk for a bit and grab some food. Okay, have a nice dinner. I'm guessing. Also, yes, silk song. That's okay. We must wait. We must persevere and hope that the game will be released in a much better state than it was to be. Okay, let's see. What else can we do? Why want... Hey, ship has been almost finished. Okay, which maybe I should aim for me to just... Did a blood moon knight? Okay, so on this side there's only one knight, which is not good. So let's get one more knight. I'm not even sure, to be honest, of whether or not should I take the spearman. I'm, I always confused. Is it pike or is it a spear? Or does it not matter? Hmm. Okay. Okay. What is that a baker? Yes, yes, yes. Hello, baker. Yes, I've been waiting for you. Yes, the queen has arrived. Queen Baker coming through. Yes. Okay. Um, here's the plan. Um, this. But now I don't have any gemstones. But I think that's okay. Everything for the baker. The queen. That way I don't have to venture out into the wilderness and let the gang come into our house. Man, I really don't want to lose the baker. Come on, chop chop, builders. The baker need its oven to bake some bread. Man, I always love the way the game play its piano. Very soothing. Oh my god. That's a lot of coin. Hello? You're lucky I have a lot of coin. And it requires 4 coins per bread. How wonderful. I'm guessing that's one of their way to balance how OP the bakery is in the Kingdom New Land. I guess it's understandable. None of you are giving me any monies, huh? Hmm, interesting. What about you guys? Is that all? Hmm. Okay. I need more knights, to be honest. Okay. I'm not gonna try and venture out just yet until we have enough knights on our side. And where is the people? There should be another one that is coming. There it is. There's really nothing on the left side. I'm guessing there is, and I need to convert the camp into a housing suite. I'm not taking any chances and only sending 2 knights. Just need to wait. Wait for a bit. Hey, you. You are coming with me. Okay, and now we are ready. Okay, and while we're at it, let's get more arches. Okay, okay. No, pick up. Hmm. Interesting. Okay, whatever. Hey. Now we just have to wait for the group to destroy one of the portals. Thank goodness I didn't spend on my gems on the builder statue just yet. Okay, nice. One of the portal. Ooh, that is a coin chest. Okay, go. Go, my child. Go. Hmm. Interesting. Ooh, mama. Mama, please. Oh no. Oh no, please. Okay. Um, eat. Please eat. And then go. Yes. Santa, spooky red mist. I know, I'm so afraid right now. And there's flying monsters too. Thank goodness the griffin is so quick and has a high stamina. Otherwise, I'm screwed. Okay. There. Run for your life. Run, run, run. Okay. Let's arm the people. Do I want this many archers, to be honest? I don't think I want this many archers. Nice. There can never be too many archers. You're right, Santa, you're right. Oh, snap. It's Blood Moon Night. You know what? I'm not gonna send my knights just yet. I'm gonna scout the whole area. I think there's only one I'm not mistaken, there's only one more portal. Yeah, there it is. One more portal. One more portal for me to destroy on the left side. I'm just gonna keep that coin chest for now. I thought that was a gridling, but that's just a normal human. There should be another one. Oh snap. Oh god, 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 I'm such an idiot. Run. Okay, eat, and then we run. Hmm, maybe I should expand because it is a little bit on the far side. And if I were to send in my knights, it would take quite a while. Okay, I'm glad one of you survived. Oh, they simply go straight, huh? Oh, what the fuck is that? Oh, snap. Okay, go. Go while we still have the chance. Go. What the f- One of you died? Yo, how? How did the knight die? Oh, okay. Okay, I'm panicking. I'm panicking. Oh, 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 fuck. Okay, okay, okay. Do not panic. We approach this level-headed. Let's support the troop. Oh, fuck. Okay. Oh no, I'm scared. Okay, okay, okay. Come on. How? How did I not see any of them? Hmm, interesting. I guess... Yeah, the problem is I don't see any monster attack that managed to break through our first barricade. Okay, let me just open this chest. That is supposedly to be an emergency fund, but eh, I consider this an emergency. I don't want to go to the portal just yet in case it activates. I think it activates based on proximity. And we don't have the archer's buff too. Man, thank goodness we have a lot of archers back at home. Okay, okay. Ooh, ooh. Come on, just... Okay, what are you doing? They destroyed the portals, and then there's a single enemy left, and they simply, not my problem, and leave their brethren behind. Wow, you're a bad captain. A very, very bad captain. Okay, I need to ensure that my troop, at least the captain, managed to get into the castle wall first. Okay. I'm not worried yet, but I am getting there. Whew. Hey, relax, relax. We can do this. So there's the bigger house. What the what the fuck? They were so close. Uh-oh. I'm worried. I'm worried. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I have to. I have to leave you behind. I'm so sorry. They were so close. They were so close. Oh my god. I don't like this quietness. I really don't. Okay. I think that's all. So let me see if I can rehire those that were sacrificed. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. think we lost another one, but I don't see them. Hey, whew, whew, okay. We managed to do that, so that's good. Okay, now I just need to expand actually. Actually no. Actually no. I don't need to expand further. Hmm. Okay, here's the plan. I am gonna look for a place for me to build a stable. Why? Because a war horse in this case is much better because it provides invulnerability towards our troop. But finding a water source is quite difficult. I don't see anything that is close to our house right now. Sorry, not our house. Kingdom. There's none. So far, there's none river or water source that I can build a farm and upgrade it into a stable that is on the left. Fuck me. I can't even go there. Okay, if this is the problem that I encounter, then I would definitely need to expand. Okay. Eat. I definitely need to expand. Not even nighttime yet, which is a problem too. Okay, so what I understand is that if the vagrant or the people that is coming to our kingdom, after they eat the bread, they become normal citizen. I see. Okay, so here's the plan. Let the griffin eat first. I am gonna need some of y'all. Wait, why can't I clear the trees? Hello? Do I need to do it step by step? Are you kidding me? There's clearly a clearings here. Oh my god, are you kidding me? It's not even a forest too. But what you're saying is that I need to sacrifice. Okay, okay. Um, hmm. I'm not even sure if that's even worth it because we can't even destroy this. Yeah, there's really not a water source anywhere, which is interesting. Really interesting. Okay, give me money, please. So then I only have to rely on the left side of the island in order to generate any sort of income. Then again, I can simply hire more of these spear people, spear person, spearman, spearmint. Guessing that is the plan here then. We already have a lot of archers. Okay, and let's expand. Wait, huh, interesting. Let's and then expand on this side. Interesting. And then destroy, deforest the whole forest. Okay, do we have anything new? Okay, now you show yourself. Hmm. Hmm. They still... Man, there's a lot of... Oh, Riddlings. Okay, okay. Now we can explore the left side. Continue on exploring on the left side and then see how it goes. Because so far, things have been quite manageable for me, but not entirely great. We have a lot of arches, but not a lot of places where we can build stable, which I need to change into my war horse. Okay, so there's one here, very far into the left. Hmm. Like really, really far away. I think that's it. That's it from me for this island then. Have that one horse, and then we have the builder statue. I still don't understand what is the symbol for the castle on the lower left hand corner there. This one, the first island is 21. This one is 14. This one has nothing. I'm guessing it is the lighthouse. So let's build a lighthouse on the right side and then we go on to the next island. I'm so glad that we found the griffin. Okay, speaking of that, let's hire more archers. Sorry, not archers, spear guy. And get some money from this dude. Wait. You know what? No. We need a lot of coins for me to build the lighthouse on the right side here. What? Okay. Phew, relax. Nice. Okay, and then let's see. Huh. Interesting. Then we can, I think we can go to the next island then. We didn't manage to unlock everything because we lack the necessary resources for it, i.e. the gemstone, but we managed to do everything else. Day 100. Okay, everyone. Okay, first thing first, I need to do this. Is there anyone else that wants to be a knight? If there's anyone present, say I. I. You. Man, this guy is a very efficient fisherman. Yeah, I think that's it. That's it for me on this island. And let's just go. Everyone that is available, please get in the boat. I don't understand what is the function of this. Oh, it's a barrier. I don't need a barrier. Man, that really is confusing. Okay, speaking of confusing, I need the baker. Come on, baker. You need to come with me. Come with me for a wonderful new place. Okay. Nice. Day 100. Hmm. Okay, so this is an entirely new island. There's a bear. There's I'm gonna say mechanic, but I'm guessing it is ballista. And there's two that I don't know anything about. Hmm. Okay, wait. Is there any relationship with between the map geography and the placement of the ship and the way or the position of the big portal? On the left side, right? Okay, you know what? Let's go. Okay, I'm just gonna look around for a bit on this island because we are almost at the end here. Oh, it's a knight. Okay, the one that builds an archer tower into a knight station. Oh man, okay, so we have to start from scratch. Okay. God, okay. Okay, I'm quite scared. Okay, this is the first island that I have to start from scratch. The first three island, I started with everything prepared for me. But on this island, I have to start from scratch. Okay, I see how it is. And I see that there's 10 diamond to be had on this island. This is the bear. Okay. I need you to keep on spending as much as possible. At least create the first barrier. Okay, good, good. Let's just prepare. Prepare for a bit. Kill, kill. Oh my god. The deer is there. Hello? Anyone? Kill. Kill. Okay, while you are doing that, I'm gonna look for more villages on this side. Okay, let's see what happened on this island. I know it's a little bit over time right now, but should be fine. No need to worry. Keep on forgetting that the griffin can eat anywhere in the forest. Not exactly the forest, but anywhere. Ooh, what is this? Hello? Interesting. And how do I get diamonds again? I've come across 2 portals so far. 3 portals. Okay, 4. 4 on the right side. Okay. Too bad we didn't get any diamonds before we encountered that stone structure. Okay, breathe in, eat, and then go. And there's another water source. Ooh. The portal has been activated, huh? I wonder if the unicorn still exists on this game or not. More archers, please. And we don't have any money. Why are you running? Hello? Whatever. That's one of the challenges, I guess. I need to create many grassland as possible so that our archers can hunt. Since they can hunt on the right side. Interesting. I can't destroy this bottle. Sorry, not bottle. This forest. I don't even want to venture that deep into the forest yet. Okay, now I am able to explore a bit. A diamond chest. Okay, there's 4 per chest. I'm interested to see what kind of things available to me on that stone statue that is on the right. Afterwards, I'm gonna end the stream. Man, there's a lot of things. Oh, not yet. Okay, so you guys do have monies. Okay, you know what? Do that first. And then do this. Do this. And let's see what kind of things that we can unlock from that stone statue. I'm just interested to see what is going on with this. Hello? What is this? A Komodo dragon? What the f- Hello? I don't even have enough money. You're lucky. Just you wait. I'm gonna, I wanna say I wanna write you, but that sounds so wrong. Okay, I'm gonna mount. Nope, nope, I'm not saying anything. Nope. I'm gonna take you into our camp or kingdom. Oh gosh. That sounded so dirty. Dirty. I still don't see any stone altar. Do any of y'all have money? Yes, they do. Okay, okay. And I guess that's it. That's it for me for today. Let's do this. Okay. And that's it. That's it for me for today. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you to Mipsis for rating the channel. I really do appreciate it. And for following me, for following this channel. I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much. And let me do this actually. I keep on forgetting to do this. Um, Shout out to Ipsies on Twitch. So give them a follow, like I did just now. Yeah, give them a follow, and yeah. oh god. Okay, give them a follow. If you like their content, always give them a follow. I keep on forgetting to do this. Pause. Okay. Thank you so much for watching, and on our next stream, oh gosh, I'm not even sure what game I want to play. I really don't. I really don't. Um, you know what? Yeah, I do know what game I want to play. I want to play a relaxing game because I've been a little bit on the edge. I've been a little bit on the edge this past few weeks, and I wanted to play some more relaxing game. And in order to do that, um, yeah, I keep on forgetting. I just want to play relaxing game. I don't want to try hard and anything. Even though I said for Thursday it was either a relaxing game or a try hard game. Um, yeah, I'm not sure what game, but I have a few ideas. But enough about that. I want to say thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see y'all in the next stream. Goodbye. Oh god, I forgot to shout out to Santa too. Santa, thank you for coming and accompanying me. Thank you so much. Okay, that's it. Goodbye.